Hello friends, welcome back to Cosmopolitan Cornbread. My name is Constance and I just thought I would sit here enjoying my beautiful snowy view here at our mountain homestead and just kind of chat with y'all for a minute about an event that is coming up that is very important to me. But I wanted to do a sit down dedicated video about it, and that is the fundraiser that will be coming up in March before too long. This fundraiser is called Refuge Ruckus, and it is a fundraiser for Caleb House. Caleb House is a charity that is in the business of rescuing and restoring trafficked children. It's based just over the state line in Oklahoma, and it provides like a home-like atmosphere where children can just be restored, where they can learn what it's like to be normal again, but they can have all of the resources and care that they need in the process. It is rooted in a biblical mission, so they will learn about the Father. They'll also learn gardening and home skills and things like that, things that are important. The mission is to recover, redeem, and restore these victims. It offers the children a safe place to live. They are advocated for through the legal system. They get therapy and skills that will help break generational patterns of abuse and trauma. This organization is completely independent of any government interference. It's a totally private organization, and so it runs 100% on private donations, and that is why this fundraiser is so important. So again, Refuge Ruckus is the name of the big fundraiser. It takes place in Fort Smith, Arkansas. This is the third annual one, and you know, it is a fantastic event. Even if this wasn't a fundraiser, it would still be completely enjoyable and just a wonderful experience. It is a multi-day event. On Friday, there are speakers. I am one of them. I am honored to be coming back for the third year as one of the speakers. I will be doing the women's session. Last year, they started doing one session out of the whole event that was a split session. So there was one for men and one for women, and I was part of the women's one last year, and I will be doing the women's one this year as well. This event brings in about 300 or so people from all over the place. I think last year there was even people from other countries who had come just for this event with an amazing, amazing cause. So as I was saying, on the first day, on Friday, this will be March 13th, there will be speakers all day long after the initial opening ceremony, giving educational talks and workshops and just things to enrich your life, whether it's from a prepper standpoint or faith. There are also vendors that come from all over the place to sell wonderful goodies. I got so many wonderful things last year. I'm really looking forward to seeing who comes this year. On Saturday, it starts a little bit later in the day because it is Shabbat, and they want people to be able to rest and sleep in. And then there is a worship service. There will be music by a family that I'm very familiar with. And then on Sunday is the ruck of Refuge Ruckus. It is a 5K held in downtown Fort Smith, and there are people carrying a variety of different weights on this. Now, if you're not able to, you absolutely don't have to carry weight, but the weight categories represent the weight of children who have been rescued. Also on Sunday, there's awards, there's celebrations, and it's just a really great time. And the vendors will be available again on Sunday as well. It's just a wonderful time of community, and all for a great cause that is something that has been very near and dear to my heart for a very long time. Now, of course, you can participate in person, but if you are not able to travel to Fort Smith, Arkansas, you can also do a virtual ruck, and you can get all of the details about that on the website. I will put a link to it in the video description down below where you can check all of that out. And again, all of the proceeds and sponsorships from the Refuge Ruckus event go to support Caleb House. And, you know, it is always just such a rich and, man, there's really not words to describe the kind of weekend it is, but you leave feeling just uplifted and encouraged and finding people who you can really connect with. And one of the biggest parts of the weekend for me is the fact that there's also baptismal tanks available all throughout the entire event, and there are countless people who get baptized. And, you know, it's one of those, bring the tissues, because you're going to be crying over watching people giving their lives to the Lord. So it's just a wonderful event, and if you can support it in any way, I encourage you to do so. And again, I will put a link to Refuge Ruckus, the event, in the video description down below, as well as a link to Caleb House, which is pretty much always linked in my videos as it is. Now this year the event is being held in a new location. The new location is called the Bakery District, and it is a center with coffee shops, there's restaurants, there's conference rooms, there's all sorts of stuff in this complex. And so that is where it's going to be held this year. And it's basically just across the street from where it was the last 2 years. But if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below, and I will be sure to do my best to answer them. I'm not directly affiliated with Caleb House or anything like that, but it is a charity and a cause that I support greatly, and encourage others to do the same. So with that, thank you for joining me here again at the homestead. God bless, and I'll talk to y'all next time.